Hey guys, welcome to CineFix Now. We're hanging out with Philium. Does he look familiar? What do we know you from?
Sober Philium.
Sober Philium.
From Movie Buzz. Yep.
Philium took me to see Thor the other day.
I loved Thor to the Dark World. Like, I've already recommended it to all my friends.
Yeah, me too. It's interesting because a lot of people weren't necessarily on the Thor 1 bandwagon. A lot of people went to see Thor 1 after they saw the Avengers. But what's cool about it is, like, Thor The Dark World is a sequel to the Avengers. I was kind of naysaying it for the last couple years of like, oh great, everything is just gonna go from one movie to the next, but I think it's working really well. A lot of people are saying like the first hour is really boring because it really does retell the story for you. So I think you're right that you don't have to see the first movies, but I don't know, for me, the first hour was just as entertaining.
And it'll be better. There are a couple, like one of my favorite parts about the film were the one-liners.
All yours.
Anyone else?
The theater was cracking up from start to finish, and a lot of the one-liners are kind of based on how characters interact with each other, and a lot of that character development happened in the earlier films, so if you know that, you'll laugh.
The Thor and Loki relationship is really great in this one.
I wish I could trust you.
If you did, you'd be the fool I always took you for.
It's just so well crafted. So much happens and you have these big action scenes, but then it's such a movie in and of itself.
Yeah, it was definitely, the comedic relief was awesome. And speaking of the action scenes, they were amazing. This movie, I felt, you don't need to see it in 3D. So if you're like wondering, I mean, if you're a huge fan and you like 3D and feeling like you're there, then do it, but
I feel
it doesn't
like
bring much.
They didn't use it as much as they could have. What I thought was interesting from Thor 1 to Thor 2 was Alan Taylor's directing. It's kind of, he's from Game of Thrones, and you kind of get this, like, more of like that medieval vibe from Asgard than we saw in Thor 1. I felt like, it kind of felt like a little bit Game of Thrones. Did you get that?
Yeah, it felt a little, yeah, I got a Game of Thrones vibe.
Like, even Natalie Portman, when she gets there, she puts on the full garb. It felt like you were really in that world, and all of a sudden, the dichotomy was so different. Like, you could, Asgard, Thor's realm, is so different than planet Earth, and I really liked when he was like the fish out of water when he gets to Earth and he's walking around in his Thor outfit. That was, for me, like my favorite part of the comedic relief was just like him being this random dude on Earth.
There's a total change to the relationship between Thor and Loki in this film. You know, if I'm spoiling Thor 1, I apologize, but you should have seen it by now. But they, you know, are like this the entire time, where as this is a totally new relationship.
You must be truly desperate to come to me for help.
And I really like Loki's the god of mischief, and I love that he seems good, he seems bad, he seems good, he seems bad, you can never really tell, and there's this metaphor through the whole thing of like, he can never be trusted, and you see that no matter what, even though he seems like he's doing the right thing or whatever, I don't want to give it away, but he always is someone that like, you have to be fearful of.
Yeah, and that's always fun when you have a character where you like feel like, I want to trust them, but I don't know if I can, and like the whole movie you're just like going back and forth, it just makes it more entertaining.
And then there's Malekith, and so there is like an actual bad guy in this one. Loki is not necessarily the main bad guy.
And the bad guy in this film is creepy as all hail.
The world will be extinguished.
Get
Very
ready.
creepy.
I assumed, I didn't read anything about Thor 2, and I've never read the comics, so apologies again. I assumed Loki was going to be the
bad guy,
the enemy, and you quickly find out he's not, and it's really exciting. And then, of course, there's Anthony Hopkins, Sir Anthony Hopkins, I guess. Yeah, who plays the king.
You have to do that.
That's always fun. And Natalie Portman did a really good job in the movie.
I think she did a really good job. With certain actors, it's like, oh, that's Natalie Portman over and over and over again. The whole time I can never like put them into the film. But I think she fit in seamlessly. And she is also, when she goes to Asgard, she is the fish out of water. So you kind of feel like she was like spunky.
That was from New York.
I like her.
She did a great job.
Yeah, I think she was really good. It's just the whole thing was so well directed. I felt like everything fit together so perfectly.
The special effects are unbelievable.
If we do nothing, they will destroy us.
If you haven't learned by now to stick around for like a short scene at the end of the end credits in a Marvel movie, I don't understand how. Like watching people leave. Let it be known, there are two. There's one that happens halfway through the credits, and then another one at the end of the credits. So don't leave.
It's always my favorite part.
After the one halfway through, which a lot of our theater did. I give this 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely.
I think you should see it.
I think definitely, I was saying earlier that I think I might actually go see it again.
Yeah.
Potentially this weekend. I kind of might like to see it without the 3D. My glasses had something weird going on.
And I kind of want to see it dressed as Thor, so.
Oh, I like that. We should just dress as Thor for the next week.
Done.
Let us know in the comment section below if you guys have checked out Thor yet and what your thoughts were. We'll see you next time.
Go! Hold him up there! He's gonna move! Hold him up! Go! It's working, Ray! Start bringing him down. Start bringing him down. You got him. Don't cross the stream. Right.
Maybe now you'll never slime a guy with a positron collider, huh?
Bankman, shorten your stream. I don't want my face burned off.
All right, I'm opening the trap now. Don't look directly into the trap.
I looked at the trap, Ray. Bring your streams off as soon as I close the trap. Get ready. I'm closing it. Now!
So Nora, did you hear about Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it's over. I'm bummed.
Yeah, no, apparently Katzenberg is at MIPCOM in France right now talking to the creators of Breaking Bad about offering them $75 million to create 3 additional episodes.
That's insane.
Well, first I'd like to say thank you so much, Alex, for joining us. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I thought you were going to be man. I didn't know that women could be scientists.
Okay. That was nice talking to you.
Please don't go. We don't have an episode without you.
Maybe you want to see something more lighthearted, like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Can't wait to just grab up some kids and go see this movie. I mean some friends with kids, not some kids. That's creepy. Just gotta find some friends. Oh, jokes.
Whoa, you can act? Apparently you can, since now SNL will hire you, though only to stick pieces of your body into other things, mainly boxes, and mothers, and Lady Gaga. That's enough to land you the lead in several Redbox ready movies in which you do an okay job.